Remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel at NDNTV Nigeria. Click on the subscribe button and be the first to get notifications.
We begin with a report on Governor Nyesom Wike's impressive outing at the presidential primaries of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Despite having lost the presidential ticket of the People's Democratic Party to former Vice President AKUGHA, Rivers State Governor Nyesom Wike says the outcome of the contest shows that his state can no longer be treated as a second fiddle in national politics. Governor Wike made a remark on his return to Rivers State shortly after the PDP presidential primary election was concluded in AKUGHA.
At the just concluded presidential primaries of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, Governor Nyesom Wike was a top contender who was upbeat about victory. Wike's popularity in the PDP is on account of the leadership role he assumed in 2015 when the PDP was roundly defeated by Nigeria's ruling party, the All Progressives Congress APC. Undeterred by the party's declining fortunes, Wike took a bold step to rebuild the PDP and strengthen it to bounce back to power. To this end, he had taken it upon himself to keep the party united and politically vibrant across states controlled by the APC. The Rivers State Governor, who is generally known to be adept at the game of politics, had sensed the plot by the APC to pluck more states from the Niger Delta, a plan which he had foiled successfully after the 2015 general elections. It would be recalled that in the September 2020 Edo governorship election, Governor Wike had relocated to the state, which the APC had vowed to reclaim when Governor Godwin Obaseki defected to the PDP. As Director General of the Obaseki campaign organization, Wike fought assiduously to snatch victory from the jaws of imminent defeat, resulting in the re-election of Governor Obaseki. With his immense contributions to make the PDP a vibrant opposition party capable of relaunching itself to power, Wike was undoubtedly the most visible presidential aspirant in his party. However, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar finally clinched the party's ticket with a last-minute withdrawal from the contest by Governor Aminu Tambuwal, whose delegates consequently queued behind the former vice president. At the conclusion of the PDP presidential primaries, Wike is being hailed nationwide for his impressive outing as he demonstrated courage and doggedness in his quest to get the nomination of his party. In a recent post on Facebook, Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, a chieftain of the APC, wrote that, "I can only say that Wike is the winner of the game, for defying all odds to come second." In the same vein, Chairman of the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State, Ambassador Desmond Akawo and Samuel Edem, an Abuja resident, maintained that Wike was the actual winner of the PDP presidential primaries.
If not because of the stepping down of Tambuwal, Wike could have emerged as the presidential candidate. We know politics is like that. There are betrayals, there are so many things that happens in politics. Conspiracy is there in politics. But Wike has tried.
Niger Delta is happy because you spoke for them. Today, our shoulders are high. We can go anywhere and speak about Rivers people. It's true. We saw a man called conspiracy. We saw a man called betrayal. But at the end of the day, you won a war.
Speaking shortly after the PDP presidential primaries, Governor Wike said South-South governors conspired against him.
Look at the region, ganged up. Then your own region cannot gang up. You became tools to be used against the interests of your people. And you think you have won. You have lost. Shame to those who will sell out their own thing.
Governor Nyesom Wike, a grassroots politician who rose through the ranks to national limelight, is convinced that the outcome of the PDP presidential primaries should serve to remind the rest of the country that Rivers State can no longer be treated as a second fiddle in national politics.
It is God's will. Let us not bother ourselves so much. Anybody who wants to, anybody in the political history of this country, you can count on us. We are not a pushover. We are not.
In a commendable display of sportsmanship, Atiku had conferred with Wike immediately after the PDP presidential primaries. Atiku's friendly disposition is perhaps mindful of the fact that Wike governs Rivers State, the nation's treasure base, with a voting population of roughly 2.5 million people. Besides, Wike has proved to be in possession of a formidable political capital that the PDP needs to face the ruling APC in the 2023 presidential election. It is on the strength of these facts that concerned members of the PDP want Atiku to choose Wike as his running mate in the 2023 presidential election.
Inside the Niger Delta,